A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, April 20th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. By a 14-9 vote, the Ulster County Legislature last night voted to save a few cents per gallon of gas at the pump as prices continue to hover at the $4 mark. Opponents like Democratic legislator Manna Jo Green said the world is facing, in her words, a climate emergency and should move away from fossil fuels. Others like Republican Ken Runk said every penny helps and not everyone has access to mass transit as an alternative to driving to work. Chairwoman Tracy Bartels, a Democrat, supported the tax reduction but has an idea on where to spend the estimated loss to the county.
I propose that we dedicate the expected loss in revenue contemplated by the proposed gas tax cut to direct relief. At the current pump price of $4 per gallon estimated, the estimated revenue, as you see in the resolution today, is $3 million. I propose a split of spending in three sectors: public transportation, food security, and green energy.
The new gas tax structure will sunset at the end of the year. In the wake of a recently released State Inspector General's report outlining mismanagement of the Catskill Regional Off-Track Betting Corporation by its president, Donald Groth, local lawmakers in Orange County are calling for his removal and replacement of the board of directors. Top officials in 8 of the 10 counties in the off-track betting region have written to state legislators asking them to look into the situation, said legislator Kathy Stegenga, chairwoman of the Gaming Committee.
To take steps to take over the actual Catskill. They're looking to disband everybody who has been on that commission at this point and basically start from new, with each of us appointing new people to the board that we feel would be able to either look at restructuring it and doing it the right way or disbanding it completely.
The state report, written some 5 years ago, was made public just weeks ago, and it outlined cluttered OTB headquarters, rented warehouses with nothing but old broken equipment, that Groth had a long-standing romantic relationship with one of his employees, and other issues. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
The fire-damaged shell of the O&W station in Middletown is on track for a new life. Initial studies have begun on the $11.6 million restoration project. Mayor Joseph DeStefano told the Common Council Tuesday night that environmental investigation is underway.
They have to examine every part of the building to make sure that they can, there's no asbestos in the building.
Funding for the project is coming from a number of sources. Mandy Zhang is a junior at Roy C. Ketchum High School in the Wappinger Central School District, and the outspoken 16-year-old is leading the student charge against the district's ban on the book Gender Queer, a Memoir. District officials say it's inappropriate for high school students, but Mandy says taking the book off the school library shelves is turning into an epidemic of book bans.
Students should have a voice in what the board decides, not just these crazy parents from these far-right groups deciding. And just because I feel like the board has kind of become controlling and dictatorial, and especially with all these book bans, I've called book ban an epidemic.
Mandy, who addressed a school board session last night, said since she began an online petition calling for a return of the book, she's received death threats. The Hudson Valley Renegades, a high A affiliate team of the New York Yankees, played their home opener at Dutchess Stadium on a chilly and windy Tuesday night. Their season began earlier in the month and came back to Fishkill with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses. Dutchess County Executive Mark Molinaro and his family were part of the few hundred who walked through the gates to cheer the team on, despite the temperature of 45 degrees, chilled by wind gusts approaching 20 miles an hour.
It might be a little colder than usual, but we have a full season New York Yankees affiliated Hudson Valley Renegades, and we will put thousands upon thousands of residents in the stadium throughout the season. It's great to kick off with this home opener. It'll only get warmer, and the season will only get hotter as we get closer to summertime.
The Renegades beat the Brooklyn Cyclones 5-3 to begin their home season with a win. A Port Jervis man known as Shooter pled guilty in Orange County Court yesterday to criminal possession of a weapon in connection with illegally possessing firearms and drugs. When sentenced in June, the district attorney's office will recommend that 31-year-old Stephen Velez be sentenced to 6 years in state prison and 5 years of post-release supervision. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.